Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. Okay. During this lesson, we are going to learn about fractional indices. Okay. During our previous lesson, okay, you already learned about the first part of fractional indices, that is a to the power of 1 over n is equals to n root a. Okay. And before that, you also learn about, okay, the index raised to a power, that is when a to the power of m and then to the power of n equals to a to the power of m times n. Okay, so the question here, what is the relationship between a to the power of m over n with all these forms? Okay, too many letters here, a, m, n, a, m, n, a. Okay, please look at that carefully. We have 4 forms here. The first one is a to the power of m to the power of 1 over n. Okay, and then we also have a to the power of 1 over n to the power of m. And then we have n root, okay, n root a to the power of m, and then the last one we have bracket n root a and then to the power of m. So we have 4 forms here. Okay, to tell you, okay, actually a to the power of m over n is actually equivalent to all this form. Okay, the values for a to the power of m over n is actually equals to all these forms that I wrote here. Okay, why? How? Okay, let's prove it. Okay, using these 2 concepts, okay, using these 2 law that you already learned, okay, we check whether it is true or not that a to the power of m over n is equivalent to all these 4 forms. Okay, so we use a to the power of m over n. A to the power of m over n, okay, using the first concept here, okay, using the concept of fraction, using the concept of fraction, m over n is equals to m times 1 over n. Or we can write it like this, 1 over n times m. Okay, the same thing, right? M over n is equal to m times 1 over n. M over n is also equal to 1 over n times m. So, okay, using this, okay, we look at the first law here, a to the power of m, okay, bracket to the power of n is equals to a to the power of m times n. Okay, because this is multiplication here, so a to the power of m over n, we can write it as a to the power of m, okay, times 1 over n. So a to the power of m inside bracket and outside bracket is 1 over n. Okay, look familiar, right? Okay, this is look familiar, right? Okay, actually this is this one. Okay, and okay, look at this. We can write a to the power of m over n as a to the power of 1 over n times m. Okay, so this is equals to a to the power of 1 over n inside bracket and m we put outside bracket. okay, because this is multiplication, okay, multiplication 1 over n times m, okay, because 1 over n times m, so we can write it in this form, okay. So this is the second form that I wrote here, okay, a to the power of 1 over n inside bracket and then to the power of m, okay. So I prove to you that a to the power of m over n is actually equals to this form and equal to this form, okay, by using this law, okay. Now another two forms, okay, with the third form here, okay, we learned that, okay, a to the power of 1 over n is equals to n root a, okay. So we take from this, okay, a to the power of m over n is equals to a to the power of m times 1 over n, and also can be written as a to the power of 1 over n times m, okay. So I copy from this, okay. So a to the power of m over n is equals to a to the power of m times 1 over n, okay, and also can be written as a to the power of 1 over n times m, okay. And then from here we can write it like this, okay, like we discussed just now, 1 over n, and then for this one we can write it like this, to the power of m, okay. Now we have 1 over n here and 1 over n here, so we use this concept, a to the power of 1 over n is equals to n root a, okay, n root a. So this is 1 over n, so I can write it like this, n root, because 1 over n, so I write n root, okay, and inside bracket here is a to the power of m, okay. So I copy it from there, I put it here, a to the power of m, and from this one we have a to the power of 1 over n inside the bracket, so inside the bracket we have n root a, okay. This one got no m, because the a here straight away to the power of 1 over n, okay. M is outside, so we copy m, okay, and this is equals to the two form here, okay. Can you see n root a to the power of m is similar to this one, and n root a, okay, to the power of m is similar to this one. So proven that a to the power of m over n can be written in 4 forms, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. So what I am telling you now is you can write a to the power of m over n, okay, in these forms, okay. So let's check example. Let's say you have 64 to the power of 2 over 3, okay. We use number, just now we use m over n, but now we use number. 64 to the power of 2 over 3 can be written in the first form here, can be written in this form, can be written in this form, can be written in this form. So you must be able to write this number in the 4 forms, okay. So for the first form we copy, because a here is 64, so we write 64, and then power m, right, m here is 2, okay. Remember, m is the numerator, n is the denominator, okay. So denominator we put outside 1 over 3, okay, because this is 3. And then for the second form I write 64, okay. Now 1 over n inside, so I put 1 over 3 inside, and then m I put outside. The m here is 2. Okay, and for the third form, n root a to the power of m, n root. Okay, so look at the root. Okay, the root is here 3, so cube root, the a is 64 to the power of m, the m is 2. Okay, and the last one, bracket cube root 64, okay, bracket to the power of 2. So 64 can be written in these 4 forms. Okay, if you have another number, okay, you have another number, let's see, you have 16 to the power of 3 over 4. Okay, so we write it as 16. Okay, take the first one, 3, and then 1 over 4 outside. Okay, 4 dekat bawah kan, so 4 is 1 over 4 lah. Okay, now this is 16 to the power of 1 over 4, and then to the power of 3. Okay, now next 16 to the power of 3, and then we have fourth root. Okay, fourth root, and then we have bracket first. For this one, we have bracket first, and then fourth root 16, and then the power 3 we put outside. Okay, so that's how you write numbers in these 4 forms. Okay, so the conclusion is, for today's lesson, you learn that, okay, a to the power of m can be written in 4 forms. Okay, the first one, second, third, fourth. Okay, so what you need to do now is, for the exercise, okay, you do exercise, okay, page 19 textbook. Okay, this is from page 19 textbook Form 3. Okay, do in your M2. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.